We got 3 races left, and right now is when it comes down to the championship.
We need to do well, and not only for the championship, but to let the world know that this thing ain't just a fluke.
Man, can you believe it? Of all the races.
We're getting ready for the big reveal. All the Can-Am guys are around. Expectations are high. It's going to be a big deal.
There's a lot of people standing around. They want to see what's in that S3 trailer.
Phil Burton, he's got his car ready too. Not only are we racing each other, we're racing everybody else. His car's ready, my car's ready, we finna unload.
It's good to be back out here in the race world again. So, man, I'm excited to see what it can do with no belts. And if we have a good showing at this race with this car, who knows where we might end up. We might actually win that championship we've been after for a few years now.
Can't even put it in words what this thing does. It's in its own league.
I'm hoping that it does really good in the race. You know, time will tell. But yeah, there's all eyes watching this car and this race team right now.
It's been a wild 3 weeks after Vegas to Reno. It was time to tear into this car and get it ready. So and the stress levels were very, very high.
And that throws a lot of dynamic into this season. You know, we're still running for the championship. Right now, we're sitting second in points. We still can win the championship. When you build a new side-by-side, a lot of times there's new car blues, and people know that about racing. So are we laying it all out there to lose it all? Maybe, but we can't have a bad race. That's just, it cannot happen this season.
We want to help Can-Am prove their backstory of this thing being in another league. It just, we need to do well, and it's going to be the ultimate test.
I say I want to be conservative. I say I want to go for the overall championship, but I know when I get in the car, man, it's going to be freaking pedal down, and it's just, it is what it is with me. Everybody knows what they're going to get. You can't foresee everything, especially on a model that's never been introduced to the public, and we're going to have to figure out everything as we go while we're racing. There's a lot of risk there, but when you weigh everything, it's worth it.
We're just going to continue where we left off with the old car and just keep going forward.
You really race hard, you run the risk of blowing rubber belts. Well, you eliminate that, and you really get down to what racing is and running the car as hard as you can and really getting after it. Then it starts to become driver versus driver. I want to race against the fastest in the world, and hopefully this car opens that door for us.
It looks like they're in second place still. They changed a flat out hit 1. 22 gallons in it here at this pit. We're at pit 2. A little nervous, but we'll get through it.
To make the pit 2 miles.
About that 2 miles.
Check the rear left corner. Make sure you're ready to change the tire. Set the tire out on that side.
Rear left?
Copy that.
Seems like I was not too nervous early in the race, but now it's getting there, you know. But gotta do a good finish, bring it to the finish line, and learn from this. I understand there's a lot of expectations, you know, on this, but at the end of the day, it's first race with this vehicle, so I'm looking forward to it.
No flat.
Mile marker 50.
Mistake here.
Seconds. You see anything wrong?
It's good. So.
No, sir. Nothing wrong.
The tough part is you want to go out here and you want to be the first person to ever win in this new Maverick R, but you also don't want the championship away. So what is that balance? You know, what are you willing to sacrifice? How hard are you willing to drive? Are you willing to lay it all out there? Am I willing to live by my own motto of checkers or records, you know?
3 miles out from pit 5. This is the last time we'll see him. Till finish, we're going to put in 22 gallons of fuel, and hopefully we'll make up some time after this pit. I think Chris is going to tell Dustin to turn the wick up.
We're about, I would say, 4 minutes behind adjusted time, so it's going to be tough to catch up in the last 100 miles. But hey, we never know. The racing is not over until it's over. So let's hope for the best.
Dustin doesn't usually turn it off until about right.
It's only 100 miles left.
Yeah, we've come back from over 3-minute deficit in 100 miles. Yeah. And won. But I mean, I get what you're saying.
We are at the
yeah.
Like him and Guthrie are like together. I don't know if he's in front of Guthrie or not.
How many seconds did you say?
25.
You should be able to make that up for pit 6 home. T978, you guys are 25 seconds down and gaining. Push, push.
build up in hype. It makes you nervous. It puts a lot of pressure on when you got that much hype behind you, especially with a new car. The first people racing it, like fastest dudes in the country are out here racing against us.
We're walking up to the finish line. It is neck and neck. We're hoping for a last 5 mile pass somewhere. Come in with the W.
Dustin is his first on corrected time right now. Never been that nervous in my life. I think you got it. I think you got it.
That's a crazy day. Hard, fought, long, difficult of the day. Yay, nay.
You got the overall, buddy.
Good job, buddy. Good.
Is it yay?
Well, at least it wasn't sticky. Oh my God. Yeah!
It's been a journey. They work hard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we did it. That's like,
We will remember forever. I will never remember. We did it. The first time, there will only ever be one first time. The only time that this was it. First overall. Good job. In its first race. Yeah. Whoa! Bringing the boys out here. Man, can you believe it? Can you believe it? Of all the races, it was a long day. We had to fight. We had to battle. We were down on time. We were up on time. And we knew with the last 100, we had to go checkers or wreckers.
Man, that was crazy. That was an intense last section there. Decided to give it a shot there towards the end and push. It's pretty incredible.
I am so stoked. I think he thinks he was too big for me. I just picked him up, throwed him up in the air. It was awesome. I'm just so happy for him.
Awesome. There will only ever be one first race for this thing. One first. Yeah. I think we did it.
So happy for Can-Am, and everything just went good today. Once you have some of them days, this was one of them.
The first time out in a car, you've done something no one's ever done. You won this race overall in a damn UTV.
Man, it's hard to believe. And thank you guys so much. It's what's crazy to me is that Can-Am has put so much trust in Phil and I, and given us an opportunity that's very unique for us to be the first guys. There will only ever be one first ever, and maybe to a lot of people it's not a huge deal, but for us and UTVs and us dreaming of being a pro racer one day, and we got this opportunity.
Visions of victory.
And to win it, man, is a blessing.
Blessing to have you here.
Give it up for this.
Just a big deal that absolutely just went down in history right now. We're the first people to win with the Maverick R on the first race with the Maverick R, and I hope to continue that for the rest of the season for sure.
It's so good to feel that win, because all too often we get this close and then something happens right at the end of the day and it blows it up. But today, those guys killed it. Ran the guys back at the S3 shop, and I'm telling you what, those guys nailed it. That car was fast.
It's such a unique thing because you almost don't think about all those late nights that we had to put in. Now that we've come out here and won like we did, like you don't think about that. We'll never remember those days. We'll remember today. We'll remember this day when we won. And all the hard work wasn't for nothing.